Hello everyone and welcome back to Danganronpalapse with Alsroy Galcon. And I do apologize if there is a buzzing sound in the background. I have no idea what happened in my recording setup. I decided to take a short break during the episode 2 and episode 3 during the recording session. And for some reason the buzzing starts to come around and I have no idea how to pull it off. So you're gonna have to bear with me as we go on into the third episode of Danganronpalapse. If you do like this kind of content, then be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you will not miss out on anything that I put on this channel. Everything is free, you don't need to pay, and by subscribing you make this channel grow and flourish even more, which makes me happy so I can create more content for you to watch. So, back in the day 3, we are about to have a discussion on why we don't have ultimate talents, or at least and we're about to ask everyone the reason why, and also we discovered the first day motive for the murder as told by the announcer in the last episode. And if you do want to watch the previous episode, then the link will be available for you at the top right of the screen. So yeah, we start with the alphabetical order. You're good to go. Is being a pro golfer a true representation of who I am? I don't really get it. I mean, I think it is. I haven't really expanded my interest outside what I know, which is golf, so I can't say anything else encompasses of who I am. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think so. If you try something new now, I think it might be disorienting to fail at said activity since you're not ultra skilled in it. Oh yeah, that totally makes sense. Well, ultimate golfer or not. Yeah, I like playing golf. I think I got so good at the sport because I knew I liked it all this time and stuck around with it. Never really thought of the other stuff. Yeah, there you go. I guess it's a simple sentiment there. Thanks, Echo. What about you, Cyrus? So, Cyrus, yes, what does being called the ultimate charisma entail? Why is the mystifying ability to draw people towards me with little to no effort? Oh, so I've been told. Some might equate the word charisma with charm, and in turn think that charisma has to do with good looks, beautiful voice, overflowing wealth, etc. However, I think charisma actually lies simply in having a kind soul. People are swayed by those with a kind soul, be it they have good intentions to follow through on or bad intentions to take advantage of. I found myself absorbed in Cyrus' statement. I might even say you're rather charismatic yourself, Echo. Oh, I don't know I would go that far. No, nonsense. I welcome your presence. It's calming. I felt a little embarrassed after being given such kind praise from the one so-called ultimate charisma himself. So with that in mind, how would you describe your personality and talent? Not sure. It's always difficult to talk about yourself, though I suppose I do like going with the flow. I guess a word could be cooperative. A political tactician, huh? It's not glamorous. I'm often tasked with knowing the burdens and misdeeds of many people in power. It's somewhat a curse to be able to lie my way out of a sticky situation. How do you feel about being called the ultimate tactician though? I don't mind. It's what it is. It's the strength I've been blessed with, and I will be misspoken if I said I took an interest in other things. I've always known my personality to be that of someone who informs. And if I can give a purpose-driven voice power to speak up for what's right, then the ensuing battle, be it a difficult one, will produce satisfying results. I believe at the end of it, if intense debate occurs, there's often an intense emotion behind it. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen your fair share of selfishness and greed though. Circumventing those intentions can be trying, but you just need to take the good with the bad. Missy, self-assured as always, Pandora, how about you, the ultimate baker? Who am I beyond my talent? Honestly, I wouldn't be anything without baking. Even in another life, I think I will always find my way back to baking. It's just in my soul. I think at the core of it, such an activity represents that all that I care for in life, the simplicity of sharing good food with friends. To make something infused with love and to bring that joy into others is quite a special feeling, is it not? Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Listen to me, being so sentimental. You really love baking, huh? Oh, it's everything! Everyone said similar things, that their talents run alongside their personalities. You could not have one without the other. What an odd, what an odd motive. I would imagine talking about this kind of thing among peers would only reinforce relations. If our captors are trying to plan this class, I'm afraid I don't quite understand the logic. I thought about the intention of the question, but all I could was it might be to weed out those spies, which involuntarily led me to suspect the person I would least suspect. Is something the matter, Echo? No, nothing. I averted my gaze from Pandora. She had some kind of secret note that bore the strange emblems of our mansion announcers. What could it mean? If I may be so bold, I firmly believe from our discussion that our ultimate talents are truly one and the same with our personality and characteristics. I'm inclined to agree. I guess it's cool that we got to know each other a little more though. It seems like a friendly enough topic. Indeed, our talents and skills born from a passion within, and you simply cannot remove that aspect of a person without losing a part of them. A peculiar motivator, that one. With our thoughts on the forced motive question clear, our group was able to finish the morning in peace. I guess we will do another free time events, I guess, and talk to everyone about this subject. The breakfast club wrapped up, and with another announcement to interrupt us, the afternoon was completely available for our individual activities. I didn't have anything in particular planned today, so I idled in the foyer before deciding what to do next. Hey, Echo! That familiar voice erupted from behind me. What's up, Art? This might be weird to ask, but do you mind if I hang out with you today? I'm kinda curious about the other students' talent stories, but I didn't want to go running around the mansion alone. Why didn't you ask one of the others from breakfast? Huh? Oh, cause you're cool. What? I mean, you're easy to talk to. I thought about asking Missy, but Missy kind of imposing, honestly. You know, I feel I'll have to walk I feel like I have to walk all nice like I'm balancing books on my head or something. I don't think she's strict on how others walk or anything like that. That aside, she stuck around with you on the first day, didn't she? Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I'm asking you now since I'm here. Besides, I can't file Lyle. I wanted to get another strategy meeting started today and maybe even help with him solving some stuff, but... So I was his second choice. Somehow he seemed disappointed. Sure, I'll tag along. I didn't really have anything planned today anyway. I trailed off thinking about Ashley. We can probably cut down on one visiting right here, since you and Ashley are best friends. Do you know anything about her talent? Honestly, I can't say that I do. This is the first time I even heard about such a thing like ultimate talents. All I knew was that she lived out in the countryside with her father on a ranch west with stables. I didn't think all her time around horses amounted to something as intense as being an ultimate jockey. Huh, maybe she just likes to be modest? I mean, just because she has high win rates doesn't mean she avoids taking care of the horses. Kinda like she works hard and plays hard. Does that make sense? I couldn't really make heads or tails of it. I didn't really want to be thinking about Ashley at the moment. Anyway, it was too overwhelming. I sigh. Yeah, I suppose that will be it. Alright, that's one down. Let's get going. It seems I got roped into exploring the other students' opinions on the forced motive questions with art. Not that I was opposed to the idea of learning about the others. There were a handful of people we haven't heard from. Oh, we can talk to anyone, sir. Oh, we have no idea where Lyle is. So I guess, yeah, let's talk to Say first. Let's try to find Say. Yeah, we approach the most introverted people in the entire group. Art and I saw Say in the kitchen poking at the digital screen. "Aww, I haven't eaten since yesterday." Say, what's the matter? It's no use. I don't know how to use the screen thing. It doesn't register my taps." Huh? You need to tap your bracelets to the screen first and then you can choose a meal. What? She raised her right arm and scanned her bracelet to the screen, activating the display. This is embarrassing. I'm not right-handed, so I didn't think about it. Glad I could help. Say poked at the digital screen, ordering a rice porridge with pickled vegetables. Eat up, Say. Echo, let's get something too so she doesn't have to eat alone. Art, Say and I shared a small meal together. After we finished, Say quietly sat in the dining hall and fiddled with her rings. She then let out a big, exasperated sigh. It's really no use. What's wrong? I can't get used to anything around here. It may be because I'm kind of forgetful, but I went so long without eating because I couldn't figure out the menu thing. You shouldn't go so long without eating. If you need help with anything, you can always ask one of your friends here. Friends? Was that too forward? No, it's just I don't talk to you all much, so I didn't believe you thought of me as a friend. Don't say that. There's no reason we will not call you a friend, right? She stopped there, but I saw a small smile turn the corner of her lips. So, right down to business. Business? We came by to see you to ask something about the question thing. The question thing? You mean the forced motive question? Yeah, a group of us were talking about it in the dining hall over breakfast and we were wondering if you had any thoughts about it. I don't know. It seems straightforward. I'm a detail-oriented person and watches are full of little mechanisms. Although I guess I can get lost in those details and miss the big pictures, like just now. But then again, after all the gear design differences under the face of the watch, the outcome is still a timepiece, right? Yeah, I don't really understand what the question is supposed to be all about. Sorry. No worries. We don't know either, so we were just going around getting everyone's opinion. Oh, I see. Well, good luck figuring out then. Say climbs up and quickly scuttled off before we could say anything else. Bye? She's kind of antsy, huh? So we can go upstairs and see. So we can talk to Canon and we have no idea where Lyle is, so... Yeah, let's just talk to Forte first before we try to find Lyle. Forte is probably where I think he is. Yeah, once again at the theater. And... Art and Echo, what brings you here? Art here was curious about your opinion on the forced motive question. Yeah, why opera? Isn't it boring? Art, full of tact, I see. Aha! It's quite the opposite of boring. Performances are very rich and can shake the viewer to the core. Opera is wonderful art that combines raw vocal emotion with the physical beauty of expressing the self with your very being. Oh, wanna hit us with some bugs? Forte's operatic voice, to say I was a little curious would be an understatement. Oh no, I could not perform under these conditions. What conditions? Why, the conditions of the heart, of course. Can we ask why that is? Well, you see, I haven't been able to properly express myself since a tragedy struck my hometown. We lost a friend in our community. Sir Hyde, one of our most loyal friends. One of his favorite pastimes induced long walks in the park with the wind gently brushing through his ears. Wait, you lost your dog? Art? Yes, I'm still rather fragile about it. I'm sorry, that sucks, man. See, davvero. I suppose it's different, experiencing tragedy than performing it. Ah, precisely. I've been troubled since. What kind of dog was he? A German Shepherd for 13 years. Ah, I'm sure you gave him a grateful life, with lots of music, of course. Forte's lips turned a small grin. Indeed, dog is a man's best friend, are they not? It would have been unseemly of me to treat him not unlike my own family. He had such charm and wit, howling along my practice. Why, I dare say, he prevented me from practicing times more than is than not. Sir Hyde loved to command the attention with all his gaiety. Okay, that's the wrong word. I could not help but smirk at the idea of his dog on the theater stage. It was sweet thought. Yeah, just remember the good old times with Mr. Hyde. Indeed I shall. Thank you, Art. After that small chat, Art and I thanked Forte for his time and paused near the theater next to collect. Art and I thanked Forte for his time and paused near the theater exit to collect our thoughts. I bet his dog was really fun to play with. Anyway, what did we learn? I don't think we got an answer to the question as much as we did as a description of what opera is. I think we did. Forte is kind of a dramatic guy, sure, but I think he is very in tune with his emotions, just like opera. Satisfied with the answer, Art nodded in understanding. And despite him jumping straight into Forte's worries, Art seems to have helped Forte recall his fondness of his late friend. Yeah, let's just find Lyle. I wonder. Yeah, let's see. Maybe it will happen just like the previous scenario. We try to find someone that we have no idea where they are and end up finding nothing. Art and I looked around for Lyle, but he remained as elusive as ever. What the heck? Where is Lyle? Don't know. I'm certain we would have run into him by now. If we run around some more, we're bound to find him sooner or later. Yeah, I'm kinda worried about Lyle. Probably he's already dead by now, and became the first victim. Canon can avoid us forever. That's what I hope also. Yeah. Canon was in the atrium, photographing some of the greenery in the center of the grand hall. Art and I hid away behind some bushes, watching quietly. Hey! I know you two are there! Be quiet until I'm done! We watched in silence as she snapped various photos of the plants. Out with it! What do you want? Echo was curious about your talent in relation to the forced motive question. Way to throw me under the bus. Yeah, I just wanted to hear your thoughts. There's not much to say. I know who I am. I'm a photographer, a behind-the-scene kind of person who brings others' visions to life and captures them for eternity. Was this rehearsed or what? No! I just know who I am, with a certainty. Just as Canon was about to make a dramatic exit on the lingering note, Pandora caught her on the way out. Oh, Canon, just the person I wanted to see. And this is about the motive question as well? Indeed. Greek figure is an interesting subject. Would you mind if I ask what draws you to it? Yes, I do mind. It's niche and I don't want to waste my breath explaining these nuances to people who would not understand. No activity is so niche that is acted upon without love, you know. Whatever, leave me alone. Did I offend you? No. Just, why are you all bombarding me with questions? We're not close. This is how we get close. We make small talk and learn about each other. It's all in good spirit. Well, I really wish you would not bother. Canon ends the conversation for us again and disappears from the atrium. Well, I guess that's that. Sorry you had to walk in on that, Pandora. It's fine. Perhaps it wasn't my place to ask. I should not pry, right? Aw, you didn't do anything wrong. Canon just kinda snippy. That's putting it kindly. Check you are, Echo. Excuse me. I just remembered something. I'll see you two around? Oh, sure thing. We'll see you later. Maybe we will go to Ashley once again and see what happened to Lyle. After running around all day, Art and I managed to catch Lyle as he was about to enter his room on the other side in the living quarters hall. Yo, Lyle! Hey there! What's the good work? You're awfully casual for being so difficult to find. Yeah, we finally caught you. Huh? You've been running around this whole building solving puzzles, and we've been running around this whole building looking for you. Oh, I'm in hot demand, is that right? Yeah, we wanted to hear your thoughts on the motive question. We thought it might improve relations, getting to know each other better and all. Ah, that. False motive question. It's not a very strong motivator, is it? What if I don't want to talk about it? I suppose you don't have to. Yeah, but we're friends. We should share stuff like this. And friends should know when to let up on the pressure. Sorry, Lyle. Art looked down dejectedly. I'm sure Art didn't mean to press you so hard. It's fine. It's just, I've just known puzzles all my life, you know. Puzzle solving is more of a introverted task, if you will. They're generally seen as activities simply for passing the time, cubing, crosswords, etc. etc. I don't really like thinking about who I am beyond my talent is all. I'm afraid that I'm too boring without puzzles. Oh, you're not boring? You're plenty cool. I mean, look around. You've got all sorts of friends who think that you're amazing for charging right towards solving the electric door. Right, Echo? Amazing was one way to put it. Yeah, Lyle, don't beat yourself up. You have a gift. Heh, thanks you two. But hey, while we're on the topic, listen to this. I tinkered with the door and I managed to figure something out. Lyle had our attention as he led the way to the foyer. Okay, what is it? It is going to be a way out or something? Here we are. Give the door a try. What? No way. Does that mean we don't have to stay here anymore? Well, that's the catch. Go ahead. I gave Lyle a nervous look before reaching slowly for the door handle. Bracing myself, I quickly gripped the handle and nothing happened. I was fine. Wow! Lyle, you did it! I gave the door a push, but they would not budge. Oh, what now? What the? Is there a barricade or something? I think so. That or it's just hard locked. so I managed to disable the electric door, but the physical barrier is an issue now. I admit, I'm relieved that there's more layers to this task, huh? What do you mean? It would have been too boring if I had to disarm a door. Unconcerned with the discovery, Lyle was more satisfied with having more puzzles to solve than he was with removing a trap from the dangerous door. Here's something else that's interesting though. Might be important since about this weird killing game twist. After that 9 AM morning announcement, I saw Sei sneak downstairs from the direction of the atrium. You think she actually went to listen to that announcement? I can't think of anything else. Even stranger was after she came down. She went to the dining hall for a minute but quickly left. I poked around in there and saw this in the pantry. Oh wait, what? Whoa, sick. Was that? Pandora have that, but now I guess Sei has one too? Whoa, secret note. So, is that the so-called special gift? Yeah, I can only assume. I was confused. How could it have been a special gift from this morning if Pandora shared the note with me in... Sorry, I forgot how to speak English. I was confused. How could it have been a special gift from this morning if Pandora shared the note with me in confidentiality last night? I decided to keep quiet about it. I didn't want to confuse things further. I studied it a little, and the symbols don't match any symbols of the students that are currently here. I cross-referenced the note symbols with the ones on our personal room. Doors and got nothing. That is, if the note symbols even belong to students. I remember Missy saying something about other students. Oh? She told me that the preservation project divides ultimate students groups across different wings of the building. Maybe those are students from a different wing. So what would we do if we did know those students? It's not like we've seen them in our part of the building yet. Who knows? Could it be morphogenetic field theory? Lyle muttered something under his breath. Morpho... what? Don't worry about it. And watch as Danganronpa, or any fan of Danganronpa, turns this into like the most important thing to solve the mystery. It makes me wonder though, are we meant to be recognizing other students? For example, I believe I recall Ashley and Echo being friends before this. Am I wrong? No, you're right. I thought it was just me though. Right? See, for me, I recognize our school's emblem, AA Academy, right? Huh? Yeah, how do you know? I went to Rain Moth Institute. I remember seeing your school symbol when our schools merged. My schools used to be called Signal Prep High School before the merger. I thought you were so cool, representing a whole school to influence a merger. That's kind of embarrassing. It was such a long time ago, I hardly remember it. Why not? It's amazing that you use your golf skill to make things happen. Our schools have never been in better shape, thanks to your help. Aw, thanks. But the people complain that my games aren't interesting enough since I always get the same result. A hole in one. They always say games should be entertaining, they should just play golf themselves, you know? Besides, Lyle, you're the cool one. I mean, you use like your deduction or whatever to figure out how to disarm a dangerous door. That's more utility than I could have ever imagined. Hah, it's nothing. The door doesn't even open anyway. It's still awesome though. I feel like you could even figure out what the deal is with this killing game announcement stuff. Ah yes, that's the end goal. I'm just working my way through all these small pieces they've given me. They two talk energetically as I awkwardly watch. Oh, sorry Echo, we're just over here talking your ears off, huh? That's alright. I'll take my leave now if you guys want to continue. Sure, it was fun hanging out with you. Let me know if you came across something else weird, alright? Art and Lyle laugh, chattering along the way out. They really click, huh? Despite Art's lack of sensitivity. I turn around and glance over at the digital kiosk in the foyer, looking for the time. 1500 hours, so 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's already 3 in the afternoon. Nothing regarding the killing game has happened all day. I guess I should be relieved. I really wanted to find Ashley, but it seemed like she was trying her best to put distance between us. I suppose I'll just pass time in the study and watch as we will meet Ashley once again. I made my way to the study and skimmed the collection of encyclopedias. An interesting title book, Odd Theme Park Across the World, caught my attention. With the tome in hand, I settled in the warmly lit study to begin to. With the tome in hand, I settled in the way. Suddenly couldn't speak English. With the tome in hand, I settled in the warmly lit study and began to leaf through the pages. I passed the time reading about a strange underwater theme park called Limu. Okay, so I guess it's now in the evening. Oh, it is. I looked up from the book's pages and towards the ringing sound coming from the ceiling. It is now 4 p.m. And no one has died yet? Ah, how boring. Here's something that pumps up your blood to shed some blood, some inspiring, exciting, and energizing music. Music? This one's a special request from many of you at home. Enjoy! Oh, I guess we're being watched by the national TV, I guess? What is this music? It reminds me of Caramel Dancing though. The announcement finished and a cacophony of obnoxious notes started playing overhead. What kind of music is this? I dropped the cover to cover my ears, but it was pointless. The reverberation pierced through my skull and pounded through the walls. What in the world? Scouring the room, I looked for the speaker, hoping to block the noise, but my efforts were futile. Oh, are we taking hit? I ran out of the study, but the din kept crashing through my head, amplified words from bouncing off the hallway walls. Where is everyone? Well, I instinctively went to the foyer, but it was no use. The door was disarmed, but it was still barricaded. What can I do? The noise was more severe in the foyer as it crashed off the walls and echoed through the main chamber. Ah! My head was pounding. I could feel the vibrations in my body and my heart beating in my ears. Turning away from the main doors, I saw shadowy movement at the top of the stairs. Hey! The shadow disappeared. I mustered out a cry for attention, but it was drowned out by the noise. Come on, go over there, see what's what. Speeding up the stairs, the shadow was nowhere to be seen. Shoot! Where did they go? I peeked through the glass doors of the closest room, the spa lounge, and spotted Pandora reclined in one of the lounge chairs. Ah, finally, someone to help me with this horrible situation. Oh, no. I threw the door wide open and rushed in. The music persisted as echoes of its beat flooded into the circular chamber. But Pandora, what's going on? I can't find anybody. No reaction. Pandora? Oh no. Plus. Oh no. Pandora is dead? What? Oh my god, no. Pandora, no. Who could have killed her? Oh my goodness me. Time froze. My breath escaped me once more as I slowly came to realize what had happened. Oh, she got wounds on her neck as well. Oh no. I felt my blood run cold as my eyes lay fixed on the stillness before me. No. No, she's dead. Yeah, there's wounds on her neck. Is this supposed to be on her her outfit? Oh no, the sweet girl. Oh my god. Ah! Sorry, I could not scream way too loud because it's already like 10 o'clock when I record this video. I can't scream too loud. There was no response from her. Pandora was dead. Oh no. We have to go into the investigation time. Chapter 1. Jean Perrosier. Oh, that's a great foreshadowing. Everything in the background there, all the fruits, the cheese, and the step money. I darted out of the spa lounge, my eyes staring through the hall as I screamed at the top of my lungs for help from anyone. Help! Two people swept in at the sound of my voice. What is it? Stop making so much noise! The music is making enough of a racket! It's Pandora. Where is she? We raced back into the spa lounge. Cyrus and Cannon's eyes were bound immediately towards the horrific sight. Cannon gasped sharply and flinched, nearly toppling over backwards from the recoil. Cyrus' expression hardened. A quiet anger emanated from him. It almost palpable in the air. Okay, I have to admit, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting Pandora was dead. My prediction was way wrong. I thought Lyle was dead because I think, in my personal opinion, he's like the Wolfgang of this situation, but no, apparently not. I was way off. I myself was completely drained. All I could do was stare in a cold silence. Finally, the music ceased and a new announcement began. So wait. Let me remember something. So we met Pandora during the breakfast, and we met Pandora again while we talked with Canon as well alongside Art, and that's still like 3 p.m. So the time frame must be quite short there because I don't know what time we actually did talk to her while we are alongside Art as well. So yeah, it's from the morning. It's from the morning breakfast time. So it's around 9 a.m. all the way to 3 p.m. and yeah, maybe at some point, I would say definitely before 4 p.m. before we heard this music. At last, a body has been discovered in the spa lounge. You will be granted a period of investigation, and then we will begin our class trial. Please accept this generous gift of a special report called the Monokuma file. It will be printed from the digital kiosk, and it outlines the detail of a poor lost friend. Your lives depend on solving this case, so get a crack on. The announcement cut out, allowing stiff apprehension to suffocate the scene. Investigation? They want us to investigate Pandora's dead body? And how dare that announcement called her a poor lost friend? It's their fault for forcing this game on us. Echo, please calm yourself. It appears we've been given an opportunity to right this wrong. It may be difficult to swallow, but this didn't happen out of nowhere. Someone did this. A culprit. A culprit? It's only appropriate. The culprit we are seeking is the killer is responsible for Pandora's death. His voice was firm, but I could see him clenching his jaw and his eyebrows furrowed as he looked back at the body. Canon, however, stood unmoving. She neither moved nor spoke since I saw her flinch at the first sight. It's like she froze. Right. The door flew open suddenly and I heard everyone clamoring at the spa lounge entryway. Eek! Say shrieked and immediately fainted. Say! The rest of the students made their way in, fright painting everyone's faces as they each caught sight of the spa's terrible centerpiece. Unbelievable! I wish that the announcement was made in jest, but it appears I have been made a fool for hoping. Oh. This is too much. Why, Pandora? Why? Everyone seemed at a loss, with good reason for sure. The announcement said we are given a period of investigation, but I could not help but think it was such a detached request. Investigate the murder of our friend? Where would we even begin? Mrs. Commanding voice broke the silence. So, we've been instructed to investigate such a thing. The Monokuma files will tell all about the means of her death. But how do we even start? Does anyone know the first thing about investigating a dead body? No one spoke up, but Missy pressed on. All we can do is investigate to the best of our ability. Even there's a small thing, trifling matter that plays into this, keep in mind. We need to put our best foot forward in investigation if we are to find this heartless culprit. I have a bad feeling that the class trial might be an unforgiving sin. It's such a tragedy, dreadful more so that we must be the ones to discover the culprit among us. Everyone was visibly stressed. We all stood some feet away from the body, afraid from approaching the reality of our situation. The air was thick with tension, but Ashley cut through. Missy's right. We need to get to the bottom of this. Someone killed our friend for some awful reason, if not for the ultimate prize. Murder is murder. Someone dies at another's hand, and that life is taken away. One lives and one dies. There's no gray area about it. Ashley's eyes were fiery with intent. Someone here. She trailed off, but we could fill in the blanks on our own. She didn't dare to utter the idea of someone standing with our ranks. This. She marched over and gently laid a hand on Pandora's, sharing a moment of silence for her. The rest of the group was unnerved but silently agreed. Missy and Ashley were stern, but they were right. I was shocked at the sight of Pandora's body, but I mostly felt sad. She looked peaceful, suspended in a newfound endless slumber. The longer I looked at Pandora, the more she suffocating melancholy in my heart grew. My heart ached to hear her voice again, to see her smile. She had so much life, and it was dashed away in an instant. I clung to whatever memories I had of her. I could not let her warmth, her love, her hope go unforgotten. And her breath as well, so yeah, we miss her. That was fantastic. Someone killed her, and we need to find out who. Not only for our peace of mind, but for Pandora's sake. Well, I guess she leaves the name. Pandora left the Pandora's box, literally. Despite my fervor, I was still anxious about investigating a body. It was only natural. Just this morning, Pandora was so animated, sharing her breakfast pastries and getting along with everyone. But now all signs of life were erased, leaving a cold semblance of her person. I tried to work through the nerves by asking the others their thoughts on the situation. That is, if anyone had to say. So here we go. Investigation time. And that's not when. This is now. We are going to end this episode right now. I'm sorry, this is a very short investigation. Not investigation. I suddenly couldn't speak English. But yeah, I'm sorry, this episode is quite a short one. But I'm afraid that the investigation will take a long time, as well as the class trial. I have no idea how long the class trial will be. it could be like Project Eden's Garden that can last up to 4 hours. So, and yeah, that is pretty much for today. Thank you so much for watching. This is also Galcon signing it off, and I'll see you in the next episode of Danganronpalapse, or maybe in the next videos. Take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.